I totally applaud what Caitlin Clark is doing. She's putting the WNBA first. She's saying, yo, we matter first to me. We should matter first to the ladies. I'll make an argument. Considering the lackluster effort the NBA players have been given during All-Star Weekend, they should matter more, period.
Stephen Smith's strong opinion on Caitlin Clark's NBA three-point contest rejection isn't just outdated, it's a game changer. On ESPN First Take, he reacted strongly when Caitlin chose the WNBA over the NBA.
Caitlin Clark in her decision, I not only respect it, but I wholeheartedly support it. You know, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness, she and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. She accounted also for helping drive the numbers of merchandising up 500%. Of course, her jersey was #1. And most importantly, I think people look at this and think she said no. That's not the case. She said she wants her first competition to be an Indy at WNBA All-Star, which to me is huge. People don't see the numbers below, like the economic impact. 36 million she drove to Indianapolis just by showing up as a rookie and making history.
Stephen A. Smith is known for speaking his mind, and his recent thoughts on Caitlin Clark turning down an NBA three-point contest invite are no different. The ESPN host made it clear that he respects and fully supports Clark's decision. He praised her for choosing the WNBA over a one-time NBA appearance, saying her dedication to the league that drafted her is exactly what women's basketball needs at this moment.
Caitlin Clark's NBA All-Star three-point decision has made some waves. It's got people talking. And I think it really, is a testament to her motion and her star power and the way she uses her power. I mean, I've done a previous video on that.
Caitlin Clark, the #1 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, has quickly become the face of women's basketball, bringing huge attention to the league with her record-breaking performances at Iowa. She's gained a massive following, and many thought her joining the NBA All-Star Weekend would be a historic moment for women's basketball. However, Clark decided to decline the invitation, choosing instead to focus on making an immediate impact in the WNBA.
There are other people that can use that spotlight to compete as well. So I think Caitlin, she moves because she knows people follow her no matter where she goes, and she's very strategic about dictating where her value is.
Stephen A. Smith didn't just agree with Caitlin Clark's decision, he celebrated it on First Take Star. He emphasized that while the NBA's invitation was historic, Clark's main responsibility is to help grow the WNBA, not just be a spectacle for the NBA. Smith argued that women's basketball has been gaining momentum, and Clark's presence in the WNBA is key to keeping that growth going. He said the NBA's invitation, though well-meaning, might have sent the wrong message, that the biggest moment for a female basketball star should come on an NBA stage, not within her own league. Smith pointed out that the WNBA needs its stars to shine in their own league, not as guests at a men's event.
The fact of the matter is, the kind of stuff that's happening and has been happening over the last few months is because of Caitlin Clark.
Another important point Stephen A. Smith raised was the timing. The WNBA season will be in full swing, and participating in the NBA contest could have distracted Clark from her main goal, becoming a dominant force in the league. Rather than splitting her focus, she's choosing to give her all to her team and the WNBA, making sure her debut season isn't overshadowed by outside events.
You know what the biggest reason is? Y'all freaking care. You care. You can't look at an audience and give them the proverbial middle finger.
It's true.
That's what the NBA players have done to All-Star Weekend. That's what they've done. There's no getting around this. It's a travesty. The league, I'm telling you right now, if the league wouldn't do it, I'm at a point where if they don't show, again, I'm not saying anything should be required, but a little more effort. Just compete with each other, not like a regular season game. Act like you're playing in the summertime, just working out. Give that kind of effort. If you can't do that, I don't think the fans should show up. I think the league should cancel an All-Star Week.
Smith's opinion aligns with the growing movement to elevate women's sports on their own terms. In the past, female athletes were often celebrated when they succeeded within men's sports. But Smith's stance reflects a shift in thinking. He believes the WNBA doesn't need validation from the NBA. What it needs is investment, star power, and commitment from players like Clark, who can bring both talent and attention to the league.
Wow.
You know what's interesting? Stephen A? The points that you bring up highlight how the WNBA for basketball fans has become a destination.
Clark's presence has brought an unmatched level of attention to the WNBA, starting conversations that weren't happening before. From her record-breaking college performances to selling out WNBA arenas, her impact is clear. Smith pointed out that her influence goes beyond just ticket sales and viewership. She's changed the conversation around women's basketball, making it a mainstream topic across all sports platforms. The WNBA has seen a huge boost in interest, with her games drawing large crowds and setting new ratings records. The league has been growing, but what Caitlin Clark has done has taken it to a whole new level, Smith said.
People are starting to appreciate the women's game for that approach because we understand what's at stake in this moment. And for Caitlin Clark to have the awareness to drive the eyeballs there, you have to give her so much credit.
One of the biggest moments that showed Caitlin Clark's commitment to the league was her decision to turn down the NBA's invitation to participate in the three-point contest. While some saw it as a missed chance for cross-league exposure, Clark made it clear that her priority is the WNBA. This decision earned praise from many, including ESPN's Chiny Ogwumike, a former WNBA player and analyst who has long supported Clark's journey. Ogwumike has always admired Clark's game, praising her skill and competitive nature. After Clark turned down the NBA's offer, Ogwumike publicly applauded her for making the right choice.
As a rookie, she was the most blitzed player in the WNBA, and she still put up 19, 5, and 8 assists, breaking, like you said, the assist record. To be able to do that as a rookie in the face of that much defensive pressure should have been unanimous.
Should have been. I agree.
Chiny Ogwumike's support for Caitlin Clark isn't new. Even during Clark's record-breaking college career, Ogwumike recognized her potential to be a game-changer in the WNBA. Now, Clark is proving that by bringing in fans, media coverage, and an overall energy that's boosting the league's visibility.
Someone check on Adam Silver because Caitlin Clark just big-timed the NBA. She said, nah, I'm good on the three-point contest. You know how we were all speculating that it was going to be Steph Curry and Klay Thompson versus Sabrina and Caitlin Clark? Well, Shams just reported that Caitlin Clark will not participate in the NBA All-Star Special three-point shootout in San Francisco and wants her first three-point contest to be at WNBA All-Star in Indianapolis this summer. 7 months in advance, she confirmed she'll be in that WNBA three-point shootout. If an NBA player wants to go up against her, then they're going to have to go to India.
Stephen A. Smith agreed, calling Clark's decision a defining moment. She understands the assignment, he said. He pointed out that the WNBA doesn't need to rely on the NBA, it needs its stars to shine on their own stage. Smith's stance reinforced the idea that the WNBA's success should come from within, not by seeking validation from men's basketball. The numbers support this. Since Clark entered the WNBA, merchandise sales have soared, TV ratings have jumped, and social media engagement with the league has reached record highs.
It is a good situation. I actually like what Caitlin Clark's doing. I really do. She actually basically told the NBA no. How much clout do you have to have to tell the NBA no?